everyone, welcome to the next English grammar session of e-learning. So here I am with the topic correct use of indefinite articles a and an. In English, a and an articles can be compared to the limbs of the body, which gives a proper shape to any given sentence. So now you know how important it is. So at the outset, let us see what is this word indefinite here. By indefinite we mean that we are not talking about anything in particular or specific as such. For example, when I say a cow is grazing in the field or an empty vessel makes more noise, it could be any cow and it could be any vessel as such, nothing in particular. Now, talking about the rules that govern the articles a and an. We have noticed that many children know the basic rule that governs these articles and they apply it universally and they end up in making mistakes. Therefore, it is very essential to know the nitty-gritties of the entire concept thoroughly so as to use these articles appropriately. So, let us see what are the rules that govern the articles a and an. Now, in this, there are specific rules that govern these two articles independently, and there are rules which are common to both the articles a and an. Let us focus our attention to the common rules first. The common rule says both the articles are used with countable nouns. Countable nouns are those nouns which can be counted, like a pen, a table, a boy, anything. And uncountable nouns are those which cannot be counted, like milk, water, air. So here we are dealing only with countable nouns, and therefore it would be very inappropriate to say an air or a milk like that. Secondly, both the articles are used with singular nouns. So when I say I had an egg in the morning, that means I had only one egg. Or if I say there's a boy playing in the park, that means I'm talking about only one boy. Now, having learned this properly, let us talk about the specific rules that govern both the articles. Now, as we know, in English there are 26 alphabets, out of which 5 are vowels: A, E, I, O, U, and all the rest of 21 alphabets are called consonants. So the basic rule says if a word begins with a consonant, use the article a. For example, a horse, a moon, a boy. In all the three words, we see that the first letter is a consonant and we have used the article a. Switching over to the other side, the rule says if a word begins with a vowel, use the article an. For example, an orange, an eagle, an umbrella. So here you notice that the first alphabet is a vowel and therefore we have used the article an. Now remember one thing, whenever I say a word, it actually means a countable singular noun. Okay. Having learned this, now there is an interesting twist. Now that is the rule that defies the basic rules. Those rules don't follow these basic rules. So which means they are exception to the basic rules. According to that, If a word begins with a vowel but sounds like a consonant, use the article A. For example, a 1 rupee coin, a uniform. Now, in this word 1, the first letter is a vowel but sounds as if it is a consonant V. 1. You can compare the sound effect of this word with the sound effect of O in the word orange, where we have to round up our mouth and say orange. Similarly, the next example is uniform. So here the vowel U sounds as if it's a consonant Y. Uniform, year effect is more prominent. Unlike the sound effect of U in the word umbrella, which sounds exactly like a vowel. Similarly, on the other side, the exception to the rule says, if a word begins with a consonant but sounds like a vowel, use the article an. For example, an R. The word R begins with the consonant H, but it is silent, and we say the word softly R as if it begins with a vowel, and therefore the article an is used. You can compare the sound effect of H in this with that of H in the word horse, where we say it forcefully. Now the same rule applies to all the abbreviations as well. For example, I say an MLA is visiting our city tomorrow. An MLA. So this M is pronounced as if it begins with a vowel E, and therefore we have given the article an. Compare the sound effect of this M with the sound of M in the word moon, where we just say ma or mother or milk, and you can know the difference easily. Now, for better understanding, I have framed a sentence where I have incorporated all the 4 rules together. For example, an honest doctor states a universal law that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. An honest doctor goes according to this law, a universal law as per this, an apple goes according to this, a day is as per this law. Now, this is another very important and interesting example for your understanding. Here we have a PM and an MP. Both the abbreviations are having the same consonants but with the interchange of the place, and still we have used the different articles. That is only because of the sound effect. Here P is a consonant, sounds like a consonant, whereas here M is a consonant but has a vowel effect. So children, remember these rules properly, let that get registered in your mind, use them appropriately, you will never go wrong. See you again, good luck.